And we are back with the new predictions video. Thank you so much to everyone who played along last week and certainly watched the video as well for me. It certainly added an additional level of fun to the Premier League weekend, knowing that I had a vested interest in every single match. And I certainly look forward to carrying on doing this every week for the rest of the season. The way this video is going to work, and the ones from this point onwards are going to work, is I'm going to go through my predictions for the previous week to see how I got on, and you can see how you got on as well. And then after that, that's when I'm going to do the new predictions for the upcoming game week. So let's get into last week's results. So here are my predictions. You would have seen them if you watched last week's video. If you're here for the first time, these were the predictions I did for last week. And here are the results. So if you take just Saturday, I had a really good week. I got the correct result for every single game that was played on Saturday last week in the Premier League, as well as getting the correct score for the Leeds Everton game, which I'm really proud of, because picking a draw in the first place I consider an achievement. So to actually get a correct 2-2 score for that game, I'm really pleased with. It's when you get to Sunday it all starts to fall apart. So firstly, the Man United Southampton game. I did say in my overall season predictor that my worry for Manchester United was going to be that consistency, and 2 games in it looks like that's going to be the case again. As a Man United fan, that's a real blow for me personally, as well as for my actual predictions. 4-0 and it was 1-1. Wolves-Tottenham, I did say in the video that I could see Tottenham winning it, so I'm not going to complain too much that I got that one wrong. And as for the Monday night game of West Ham-Leicester, maybe I disrespected West Ham a little bit. Even before the red card to Leicester, West Ham looked more than comfortable and were winning the game at the time. They probably would have gone to win anyway, so fair play to them. But certainly the moment Jose Perez got sent off, that really ended my chances of getting any points for that game. So overall, for the first week that I've been doing these predictions, I got a game week score of 9. Not too bad. That's sort of what I'm going to be aiming for. Obviously, you start getting a lot of 3-pointers, that's going to go up. There is a maximum of 30 points available each week, for now anyway. So naturally, that is a season score of 9 for now. Let me know how you got on at home in the comments for those who played along. And let's get into the next week predictions. So, starting off with the Saturday lunchtime game, we have Manchester City against Arsenal. Now, I may have disrespected Arsenal a little bit last week, going for a 4-0 Chelsea away win, but I did say Chelsea are going to win the league and Arsenal had their COVID issues. And if you look back at that game, Chelsea definitely could have scored more. So, I'm not too ashamed about that, but I'm going to give Arsenal a little bit more respect this week. I still comfortably see Man City winning this game, but I can see Arsenal nicking a goal, especially after Aubameyang's confidence boost with his hat-trick the other night. I'm going to go for a 3-1 Manchester City home win. Aston Villa against Brentford is a tricky one. I really expected Villa to start the season off better than they have. They got a good result last week, but I'm still a bit cautious of that Newcastle game. Sorry, they beat Newcastle. I'm still a bit cautious of the game that they lost to Watford on the first game of the season. Brentford are yet to concede as well, so I am going to belay this a little bit cautiously, and I'm just going to go for a 1-0 Aston Villa win. Brighton Everton is the first of many fixtures this week that I think are really tough to call. Brighton have looked really good in their opening 2 fixtures, and Everton have done okay. I'm leaning towards Brighton, but given the quality that Everton have this early on in the season, I don't want to put all my eggs in the Brighton basket, so I am going to go for a 1-1 draw. Newcastle Southampton now, another one that I think is going to be really tough to call. Newcastle haven't had the best of starts, and Southampton have obviously had that really good result against Manchester United. I can see Southampton getting something out of this game, but again, I don't think it's going to be enough right now. I am going to go for a 2-1 Newcastle win, but again, I could see that going either way. Norwich Leicester, however, I can only see going one way. Norwich really have had a rough set of fixtures to open off the season. Leicester will be looking for a response after the West Ham drumming. I don't think it's going to be too bad for Norwich, but I can only see this being a Leicester win, and I'm going to go for 2-0 Leicester. West Ham Crystal Palace, pitting the top of the league West Ham United against the only team in English football, and I mean that by the top 4 divisions, yet to score in all competitions. So even like your Norwiches, they won 6-0 in the Cup. Crystal Palace are the only team in the top 4 divisions yet to score a goal in any competition so far this season. So naturally, I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Crystal Palace. Obviously, I'm not going to do that, but this is why we love the Premier League. It genuinely wouldn't surprise me too much if Crystal Palace managed to get a 2-0 win at West Ham. But I have to be realistic. This is a predictions video. I'm going to go 3-0 West Ham. I have been really impressed with them. I said in my season's predictions I can see them struggling once Europa League starts, but for now they've made a phenomenal start and I can't knock them for that. 3-0 West Ham. Moving on to Liverpool Chelsea, the big game of the weekend, put on Saturday evening. I strongly believe that this result only goes one way. I made the prediction in my season video that Chelsea would win the league, and my justification for Chelsea winning the league is that I see Chelsea winning all the big games. So with that in mind, I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea. I'm very tempted to go 2-0, but given the attacking prowess Liverpool have, I can still see them scoring. So I'm being generous for them, giving it a 2-1, but I really can't see any other result than a Chelsea win. Moving on to Sunday, and we start off with Burnley against Leeds at 2 o'clock. An interesting one, yet again. Burnley do what Burnley do. They're solid, they're defensive, whereas Leeds come with their attacking flair. Burnley put up a hell of a performance against Liverpool, and it took a really good goal to finish them off. I can see another one of these games that could just go any which way, so I'm playing it down the middle. I'm going to go 1-1 for Burnley and Leeds. The other 2 o'clock game sees Spurs up against Watford. Harry Kane came back last night with his stunning performance in the Europa Conference. He seems to be back on form. Tottenham yet to concede in the league, won their opening 2 fixtures. This is only going to be a Tottenham win in my opinion, and I'm going to go for a 2-0 Spurs win. Finally, the Wolves-Manchester United game, and I have to be careful here because obviously I went for the 4-0 Man United last week, and maybe that was a little Man United bias. And ever since Wolves got back promoted, they have been a bit of a struggle for Manchester United. So my head says to go for either a Wolves win or a draw, but right now it looks like Cavani's back. Ollie's going to have to make changes. I'm going to go with my heart on this one, and I'm going to edge it 2-1 to Manchester United. And that's it. Once again, let me know down in the comments, firstly, how you got on last week. Tell me if you beat my score of 9. And secondly, of course, please give me your predictions as well for this week. It's been a lot of fun, and I look forward to seeing what everyone comes up with. We'll be back after the international break.